Today I'm really happy to let you guys know that we have fulfilled our promise to you guys from the very beginning. We have filled out our roster for the competitive Fortnite compLexity team. I'm really excited about this. These are 3 very talented players that I've had the pleasure of trying out and playing with over the last about month and a half or so as we've been working out to this announcement. And the very first one we're going to be talking about is Pip Kip. He is a really, really awesome mechanical player who plays a ton. Actually does a ton of solo snipes, works on his building, and is just really excelling in terms of high ground and also shotgun battles and winning it on those overall build fights. And then we also have Skully, who used to be on the Space Station gaming team, and he actually is really, really killing it right now. He's been fulfilling one of our roles very well. I'm not going to kind of tell you guys a little bit too much about his role because those things are secret, but he's been really fulfilling a role that is kind of new to the Fortnite meta very well, and I'm really happy that he's on there. He's such a happy and positive, fun dude. It's like a pleasure to be working with him. And last but not least, we have Pupper, who is actually a free agent, which we had found in the competitive Discord, the competitive community. And Pupper is someone who I had played against a ton throughout my early days of scrims, and I actually had been fighting against this guy so much and he had been playing so well, I thought I would hit him up and see, would you like to be looking at maybe the 4th slot in our team. And we kind of went through an extensive trial period, kind of learned more about him, his background. He came from actually a few different games, and his family's like in this family business up in Canada, and they're like super, super close. And he'd been playing Fortnite for so long that he started to get really good at it, got into the Discord, got his name out there, and then we had been scrimming, and I just, was lucky enough to find him and pick him up before somebody else does. And we're well aware that the competitive Fortnite esports program has yet to be announced in full detail. A lot of these tournaments haven't been announced since we're so early on. We understand the risk of what if the scene is not in squads? What if the scene is in solos, or what if it's in duos? And you might see some changes coming from compLexity if the format does change to a completely different direction. That's something to talk about in another day, but for now we have committed to a 4-person squad. I'm really grateful that these 3 guys have basically partnered up with me to be able to compete with them on stage as that compLexity team. Now, that being said, we're betting on it being squads. We feel like 4 versus 4, we feel like squads in general are the pinnacle of competitive play in Fortnite. Not only do we feel that way, but a lot of teams in the professional scene feel that way. A lot of these teams that have not yet signed with orgs or have signed with orgs. Everyone seems to feel that these 4 versus 4 teams has been probably the best possible way to compete in Fortnite. Now, that may change. Maybe, Epic Games feels that squads aren't the best way to compete under their game. Maybe it's duos, maybe it's solos, and that is a different conversation for a different day, but we want to just let you guys know what we're committing to right now and what we're practicing and what we're doing just for this time. Make sure to follow all of our team over on Twitter, and you can subscribe to the compLexity YouTube channel and leave a comment down below with what your thoughts are on what some content you would like to see out of the competitive compLexity Fortnite team.